now I'm going to show you this is where I am today. What does that mean when you look at it? We are our own worst enemy. In other words, I tried everything like, for instance, who are you, who is the real you, and all that. But I noticed that we are our own worst enemy is the thing that gets most people, and most people are very familiar with it. And nobody has told us who that we is. Can you imagine that? All the writers, they never tell us who is this enemy. Shouldn't we know who this enemy is? I think so. The thing is the enemy within. Also, what I put on top there. Why did I use the globe? Because when you really come down to, it doesn't matter what country, what religion, what beliefs you have. At the end, you come down, as you will see. That's my whole concept. It comes down to two words: human being. So we all the same at the level of the human being. Now we're going to find out who is this enemy. And believe it or not, we're also going to find out who the real you is. Meaning what? There is who you think you are, who other people think you are, and then there is who you really are. And I have two books. Right, Jose, you getting this? Two books. And this is the real book, is what I call the real book, that explains everything. We are about what you see on the sign. And this one here is also two. I wrote poems exactly about the book. Now I'm going to read to you a poem which is right on the first page. But I don't have that much time to spend, so because you're going to get bored. So I'm going to read you very quickly this poem, and this poem tells the whole story about my whole concept, believe it or not. So it goes like this. We are our own worst enemy. It's an old familiar saying. We need to start at the beginning. We are a human and a being. If you take away everything that you think you are, that's all we have left. A human and a being. We are both. We're not just one human being. We are both, a human and a being. Find their meaning and we will find the enemy. It cannot be the being because its meaning stands for spirituality, immortality, morality. It must be the human, the enemy, because its meaning stands for physicality, mortality, and materialism, egotism, and all the selfish, destructive impurities, including putting itself in charge of our lives. So now that we have found our own worst enemy, how do we defeat it? By listening to our being. The God gave us freedom. Choose the human or the being. It's not difficult at all. That's all we are, a human and a being. Which of these two is in charge of your life is what makes the difference. The world as it is, as you can see from Wall Street down to Washington or up to Washington, whatever it is, it's been the human that is in charge. And that's why we have human problems. I usually say to Jose, I say, you got human problems, Jose? Fire the human and hire the being. So it's so simple that it's difficult. I really got to be honest with you. It is so simple that becomes difficult. Then I have another poem in here which I think is very important because it deals with what we're talking about. The one that is called "The Truth Will Make You Free." This is the only poem that I have in this book, or in my concept, where I name Jesus. Because what I really need to say now that this is not about religion. This is about more spirituality than religion. Same thing with that sign over there. That's what I mean when I said, it doesn't matter what country you're in, and with so on and so forth, it doesn't matter. Down to the human and the being. The most simplest and greatest saying by Jesus: if you have a human problem, there is also a human lie. Tell the truth and the problem will die. It must be done every moment of our lives to stop the human from telling any kind of lies, just to look good in the world's eyes. Spiritual freedom gives us such a high that you feel that you can fly like a bird into the blue sky with no drugs to harm your body. So you don't have to die to be high. The truth will make you free. You will find it within you at your being side. That's it for this one. Now really going to explain about. I'm going to put this a little bit for Jose.